Is there audio now? Yeah. Perfect. Alrighty. I didn't know that it goes live as soon as I put the signal out to YouTube. I thought it would just put the signal out to YouTube and then I would go live from YouTube. But here I am. For 4 or 5 months, I was able to put out a video almost every month, and now it's been 2 months since I put out a video. So I decided we're going to start doing some streaming as well, just to get back in the groove. Even though I've been working on some, I just haven't finished any yet. And the hat, it's still over here, and it sits there whispering to me like the Green Goblin mask. Great. News this week. The machinations of the elites run on. False flag this, rumors about that, blah, blah, blah. The wicked man will fall into his own snare. Your main concern is your life and what you are doing. And also in news this week, Adolf Hitler wins his 5th landslide election in Namibia. I was thinking I might start doing a live stream at the end of every week just to, I don't know, start my weekend off with something productive in construction, and I've put something out there and finished something already, and so I've got the first check mark on my to-do list. Because I feel like it's easy now that I was freelancing for a long time. Now got a 9 to 5, and it's easy just to, on the weekends, feel like just to veg out. And obviously you need to rest and recover on the weekends, but you still got to be productive and be doing good stuff. And I do find my creative stuff refreshing. So, but this is I want to try and do this as holding myself accountable and giving myself momentum for the weekend. All right. So, a quick recap of this week. Obviously, it was Thanksgiving week. And what I think is really interesting about Thanksgiving is that all of these religious holidays, secular culture has taken and tried to it's degraded them. It's made them worse. Christmas is all about all this consumerism and all that. But then the one holiday that's was totally invented from secular culture is actually super based. It's all about sitting down and having a meal with your family and maybe friends and stuff. And and the idea of gratitude and stuff is great too, but I just think that's really interesting. Really, it's something that's, the sitting down, having a feast with people, that's like peak human experience. That's as good as it gets. It's like what we are I don't know, it's something people should do more than just on Thanksgiving, but at least we have one day where people are going and doing it. Working was really fun this week because all of our family's in town. I don't have to travel. So I went in yesterday. There was not a single other person in the office. I had it all to myself. I got to run around the halls and scream and yell. I did not do that, but in my heart I did. And then my daughter, who's one, is fully walking now, which is great. My plans for this weekend, work out. I did that already this morning. I only managed to work out one day so far this week. So today we hit chest and back and shoulders. We're going to finish a video. I'm going to sit down as soon as we end this stream. I'm going to eat lunch, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to edit a video and finish it. And we're going to publish a video this week. And then basically just, spending time with family, doing household stuff. Pretty normal weekend. All right, this week's memes. Let's have a look at them. First up, we've got the cat flying in space. He's an obscure, unidentified object, but if we zoom in, we see it's cat with big ears. Very good. Then we've got 4chan green text. I'll just go ahead and read this one. The original poster posts, I am a firm believer that humans require steak, eggs, and bacon in order to live optimal lives. Hunger is just your body telling you that one of these things is missing from your diet. Obesity can be explained by the human body searching for steak, eggs, and bacon, but never finding any. Thus, it enters a loop where it's permanently hungry 24/7 and people become fat fucks. And then somebody responds and says, you're my new favorite schizo. And I just agree. I think that's a true statement, what the original poster said. Here we've got baby seal. He's looking at his weight on the scale. And somebody wrote a description of it that says, the beast looks in horror as it sees the weight of its sins. Very true. Very good image. Next, we have, it says, everyone is going to stand up at your funeral and say you had a strong online presence and great IG stories. You're so tough, twin. And it's got a picture of Karuko Waguri from Fragrant Flowers. I hope that's what happens at my funeral. Then, of course, we've got the image of the most racist man alive. Only this time, in this painting, he's holding Asian groceries, because Asian groceries will help you grow up big and strong. All right, and then we got the wife meme. I sent this to my wife. It says, "You clueless," and it's got a man grabbing him with a big muscular arm, and it says, "Me, about to hit you with my love beam," and he hits him with the love beam. So that's what you send to your wife when you're at work. And then I got one that says, "I'm in a bad place right now, not mentally or anything like that. I am just in post-production." You can see the original one used to say Arby's. Very good. I thought it was very topical for this week. All right, let's see. Gotta pick a meme of the week. We're gonna go with this one. I really hope, if people aren't talking about my online presence at my funeral, I didn't make it. All right. Well, that's my stream. I'm going to keep them all short. We'll see. I want to do one every week, but we'll see. I've been probably a month ago at this point, I did a test one to test the setup, and I've been meaning to do one basically every week since then, and we haven't. So we'll see, but at least we did this one. Have a great weekend.